build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die. Hello everybody, welcome to Short Bangers. I'm Matty. I'm joined tonight by Colin and John. John, how is it going? I was going to ask how you doing, and then I was going to ask how's it going, and I fucked up. So
see you, nice.
Bruce Forsyth. Right, there you go. How are you
Very
doing?
good. I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, decent Chinese teeth on for a horse. Colin, how are you doing?
Good, mate. On holiday this week, so it's been a relaxing week.
And am I right in saying you took a holiday when just for yourself this
Absolutely,
time? So
yeah.
no timing it with everybody else being off.
Bit of you time.
When are they back at school? When's she at work? Aye, all that.
That's a
And
stupid
then
genius,
fucking Monday fucked it for everybody. But Tuesday to Friday's been good. Well,
And
Tuesday,
have you-
Thursday, not Friday will be good though.
Have you enjoyed playing with yourself while you've had all that spare time? Uninterrupted time?
I've not had any time.
Not had any time, eh? Look how he's gone red.
He's got a big
I've not
smile
done-
on his face.
I've not done it once. We all can. Right, just mind to clear your browser history or use incognito or something, Colin. Right, first question tonight comes from Stuart. I've got a bit of backlog. Yeah, this is for August. Cake or biscuits for eating, not throwing?
Cake or biscuit, like what I would buy if I was picking something.
Aye, what's your preference? Or would you rather have a cake or a biscuit? Cake or a biscuit? Cake or a biscuit? You choose.
I think I'd go cake.
Kind of cake.
Various types. One I do like. I was in Dobie's Mama earlier, and I've seen that they've got the big Victoria sponges. They look magic. Didn't have a bit.
Imagine if your name was Victoria Sponge.
Mm.
There's got to be someone out there called that.
Aye,
Definitely.
aye, maybe. Or you know what one I do like to come back to the subject is that you get the one in Marks and Spencer's. It's coconut and raspberry jam sponge.
Oh, aye. Now you're talking. Aye.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye, now you're talking. What about you, John?
And I like Christmas cake at Christmas. I like the one with the marzipan and that as well.
Marzipan's rank.
See, because I'm a big fat bastard, I would go for biscuits over cake because I would eat lots and lots of biscuits. Whereas if you were to have like a slice, like a wedge of cake, I just want to have more and more cake.
See, I would find it easier to just have a wee bit of cake and no go back for more. Whereas a biscuit, I would.
Sicklier. Cake can be a bit sicklier
Aye.
than biscuit, I think, as well. So
Aye. I guess the way that I described that there, it was almost made it sound like biscuits were the diet option. Like the waste friendly option.
I'm on a diet. I'm not eating cake, just fucking hundreds of biscuits.
Just give me a double packet of custard creams.
I quite like a mini roll.
Mm.
They're
With jam in
decent.
it. With the
Nah,
jam in it.
the white,
Just the-
the white fondant stuff. Fuck knows about that. It's just sugar and additives.
Aye.
According to Facebook, there's a Victoria sponge, works at the University of Glasgow. There's two at the University of Glasgow.
They've depolled them. Yeah, that's what they've done.
What would you, if you could change your name by deed poll to a biscuit or a cake, what would you change it to?
Kit Kat.
Would you go or Cat? Because Cat's maybe a first name, eh?
Nah, I would go Kit Kat because Kit, I would just tell them it was named after Knight Rider. So I would tell folk I was called Kit first, and that's what I would drop in. So wouldn't it be like, the name's Kit Kat, right? When they go, I would say, hi, I'm Kit. I go, Kit, that's an unusual name. And say, I'm named after Knight Rider. And then they say, what's your surname? And you drop the bombshell, Cat. And then they go, Kit Kat. And you're named after a car. You go, aye, what's your fucking problem?
Fucking hell. Was the car named Kit? Or was it the wee voice in the
I
car?
was just thinking it. I think, well, it was Knight Industries something, but I forget what the two T's were.
But he did call it, I'm sure he get Kit, but I always thought he was referring to the person, the voice, rather than the car.
It was
It was the same thing.
I never thought of detaching the two. Like, Kit was just the car, wasn't it? It was.
No, Car was the evil one. If you remember, there was a bad Michael Knight. The car was had the wee. It was like a wee. Was it orange or yellow? You know the wee light.
Aye, that's how they differentiated a different colour light. Aye. Did you pick a name then? If you were going for a biscuit name, John,
If it was a biscuit name,
or a cake?
I quite like the idea of calling myself Chocolate Round.
Fruit Club. What about Gary Baldy?
Oh, that's
By
a
the
shout.
way. There we go. Right. If you're Gary
Just
Baldy,
one more question. Sorry.
in.
If our listeners were to fund a deed poll, would you change your name?
No.
Or are you quite happy being?
So they're just funding the depot. They're not paying me to do it as well as funding it.
Well, because Gary Baldy is really, I think it's really quite cool. If you want to change your name, Gary Baldy seems like easily top 3 possibilities. Aye, if you were really keen on doing it, and if people were to fund it, would you go through it?
It'd need to be a really good name. And if they're just paying for the depot costs it doesn't even cost. It's about £100 max, isn't it? Like the depot.
Aye, but
it's fuck all. I'd want them to pay a lot more than that.
Right. So how much is it going to take for you to change your name by deed poll to Gary Baldy?
$1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I said that.
There was a boy that I used to work beside, changed his name to Von Danger Swift, and he thought it was cool as anything because he could say Danger's my middle name. But everybody, nobody said it to his face, or not many folks said it to his face. Everybody just thought he was a prick for doing it. There was not one single person thought that was cool. So since then, I've been reluctant. The idea of changing my name, I've got that. Fuck that. Although I have.
Why did they change this? See that? Sorry, button in right.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it? What was the name? Something Danger.
Von Danger. I can't remember what his name was to start off with.
What was his actual name?
It was completely different.
Why could he not just call himself Matthew Danger Fairney and say Danger's my middle name? He doesn't need to change the fucking other bits.
Because he was a prick. That's why. I don't care mine ever, but
just for a job, like that's what it was. Like, but to change his first and his forename and surname as well is fucking stupidity.
Yeah.
Have we checked their subscriber list to make sure that a Von Swift doesn't listen?
I would be fucking amazed if you listened to this. I'd be interested, like just to get a. What are you calling a prick?
See, when you talk about like, there's no funny names, but do you remember? Do you get the bloke place for Wraith Rovers? Vaughan. Can't remember his first name. Want to keep hurting his knee. He's a Hibs fan.
Aye. Oh yeah.
Was it Vaughan? It's the goal scorer one.
Aye. I can't remember his first name. Was it Lewis?
Lewis. I think that rings a bell. Came out his old man's name is
Vic.
Ray.
It's no.
100% is played rugby with him.
It's like the boy Max Power. There's a footballer called Max Power. Homer changed his name to that in The Simpsons. There's a whole episode about it.
Aye. It's funny, I was talking about The Simpsons earlier in reference to politicians being able to beat up other politicians. And I suggested that Homer Simpson managing to fight Frederick Tatum is exactly the reason why Boris Johnson was able to make it to Prime Minister.
But just nobody could batter him.
Just zero fucking talent, but still managed to make it to the heavyweight championship of the world.
Did you get any answers to that? Because your question was, I bet you can't find a name of a politician that could batter another politician.
I bet you £1 that you can't name a politician that could batter another politician, but there's been some candidates. John Prescott, but he's 84 and isn't, to the best of my knowledge, a current MP.
No, he's not anymore. That was a current question, right? From like now, then we're talking.
Aye. Mm-hmm. There's loads and loads and loads.
You don't get that many MPs anymore, eh? Like it's not like the heyday of the 90s, given there was like famous folk in that.
Aye.
It's like the chop and change that much now. They all get sacked and promoted that often that you don't know who's fucking there anymore.
Gove and what's his face, Rees-Mogg, they're getting a kick in off everybody. There's nobody that they could win against, I think.
That Angela Rayner, I reckon she could knock somebody out. Like,
for the main streets.
The health secretary, I can't remember her name. She looked pretty rough.
The new one,
Well,
Theresa Coffey.
Coffee, aye.
Nah, she'd get out of breath.
But it just depends. I mean, Prescott, when Prescott was in the game, like he just stood. It was just mind he just smacked about, eh? Like
because that was 2001.
Pop.
So he's currently he's 84-year-old now. So when he did that, he was 63.
Aye, they fucking about him.
Aye, so
it's all about reactions and that, eh? Speed of the hand rather than.
Although the boy never went down or anything, did he? Because he also just kind of went.
He just grabbed him, didn't he? Like he almost had onto him.
That was that. Right, next question. Whiskey Craig said, "Shortbangers, do any of you qualify to park here?" You're not going to see that. It's a gate that's got the word "tough" on it. There's a company called Tough.
How you spell it? T-U-F-F?
No, T-O-U-G-H.
How the fuck did you? That's not even a word, John. That's just you just made a word up there.
I thought it was because it was a company name rather than.
Maybe street fucking spelling it.
Is that you try to qualify for it, John, just by showing how sweet you are? Like,
I'm illiterate, so it must be hard. Is that what you're saying?
I couldn't. Nah.
No.
Right, Charlie Mulgrew thinks you made that up. Said, "Is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire the stupidest name for a game show? Is it only going to be billionaires who don't want to be millionaires, surely?"
What if you're already a millionaire?
You mean like the celebrity edition?
Aye. Or a normal one. Because folk will just do it for the thrill of being involved, I guess, rather than for the money. So Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Well, already am, mate. That doesn't disqualify you for playing, does it?
Probably still would want to be one, though.
But they are one.
See, if you were already a millionaire or already obscenely wealthy enough that you didn't have to work again, would you want to take part? And if you won £1 million, what would you do with the money?
I would give it away. I would take part and give it away if I won it.
I'd not be arsed in taking part. Because everybody would judge you. But everybody would judge you. See, everybody can't you go, oh, look at that cunt. Fucking like he's not got enough money.
Is it what is that?
They don't know. You don't know anybody that's been on there that's maybe won it in the past. You don't know if they're a millionaire already.
No, but their mates would ken.
Would you tell your mates, like, oh, you need to tune into ITV on such and such a day at such and such a time?
No, but when you're on it, like, if they see you, they would already know that you're wealthy. Do you know what I mean? They'd be going, channel hop in and go, fucking there's John. See fucking going on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but he's loaded. And then they'd judge you for it, and then they'd think you were a prick for going on.
I wouldn't.
And they'd want you to lose as well.
I would. Not if it was your mate, wouldn't they?
Would you judge one of your mates or a millionaire who won the lottery? Would you be like, you fucking jammy bastard? Or would you be like, well played?
Jammy bastard, but they've got the same chance as everybody else. But it depends how much into the millions they are.
My mate, one of my mates, Jason, he's always thought about how we would split the money. So I would say, Jason, it's your fucking money, mate. Just you deal with it. And the reasoning behind that is it's like reverse psychology. Because I'm thinking, when it comes to it, and when he does win, you're like, man, that cunt doesn't want nothing. There's some money.
There's a bit more.
They don't want me for it. So.
I've got a standing agreement with my adopted dad that if him or I were to win, or the respective households were to win, half.
Aye.
I know he'd live up to it. I'm not sure I would. So
I think you would.
Let's hope he wins.
I always think, like, see, with things like that, it's all fine. Like, it sounds like it, just do that until they give you the ticket, Ken, and you go, oh, fucking hell. Especially if it's like if it was bang on the million, right? So $1 million's a lot of money, but it's not like £1 million. Joe, when the lottery first kicked off, and the folk who were winning like 2 or 3 million, you're like, fucking hell, that's like amazing. Whereas now, it's like the Euro Millions is hitting. Do 150, 160 million. That one you could half that and you wouldn't notice it. Like you're not going to spend £80 million, are you? So it wouldn't matter if you gave it away. But if you got £1 million and you're like, that'll see you through the rest of your days comfortably, have the life that you want. $500,000 probably wouldn't it? Million
I
would.
think $1 million. No, it wouldn't.
For you to be comfortable, I would.
So are you talking like when you to be comfortable, aye? But are you talking about like retiring and that now at 45?
So you could, I reckon, you could retire on $1 million, right? Because you could put some of it away to get a steady income, so you could get invest it or.
Well, now the interest rates are increasing again, aye.
Right, so you could do that. If you're not splashing out with anything extravagant, say clear your mortgage and all the rest of it, so you're just living off the interest, really. Is what you're doing, and not really touching the capital.
It's high enough to live off it, though.
So on £1 million it would be.
So £1 million, I don't care what the interest rates are now because they've just went up, but you're not got to like look at it, right? So 40 years, that's only what 25 grand a year without any interest.
What is the interest rate for savings at the moment?
Is it 2 point something? Was it?
Absolute shite.
Just went up, but I bet it didn't fucking track it on the savings account.
Aye,
mortgage will go up, like, but
fair enough. So you need an investment that returned higher than the.
What you need
interest.
is a financial planner.
Aye, but you could be. I think you could for our age put some away.
What you need to do is win the lottery first.
Aye, you need to win the lottery first. But what I'm saying is $500,000 definitely wouldn't be enough. So that idea of just splitting it, you say, aye, it's great in theory. $500,000 doesn't really.
But even let's going back to the million though. You get your million, right?
Aye.
And you're doing fuck all with it. I've won the lottery, I'm a millionaire, I'm just going to stick it on the fucking bank. Or on a high interest account.
Nah.
I'm doing fuck all with it.
You just did it in a fucking mental. Like, so you go nice holidays or that, you didn't work.
So you take that out of the money though,
aye? But you take your time.
And you're paying yourself a wage out of it.
Enough. But
so that's a diminishing pot then.
No, because you're clever with your investments.
Oh yeah. Right.
Is it just that? I didn't realise it was that simple.
You hope there isn't a Brexit comes up, or you hope the Tories are in charge for too long.
Aye. You're all right. If you're a millionaire, the Tories are your pal. They'll see you right. They'll make sure you're not paying fuck all.
They're not even interested in millionaires. They're dealing with the folk that are fucking
Aye. You're also the wrong nationality, Matt. You better be Russian.
Once you've paid your mortgage, if I paid my mortgage off, fuck me, I'm into 800 odd grand left. Fuck's sake. I pay myself up. Nah, I need near $1 million. I would still have to carry on working. That's what I'd live comfortably while working.
Aye.
No mortgage, house abroad, nice holidays, nice clothes, nice shoes, nice trainers.
Meal deal every lunchtime.
Aye, make pack lunches anyway. Sting on the
cab. In the lunch canteen.
You could. I think $1 million's like you've got a different. I think there's a different. Even when you start thinking about the uni fees and all of that stuff that you'd want to be taking out of it, hopefully if your kids are going there, it's fucking away. Like before you.
I was looking at that. Someone was pointing out the cost of student halls. I'm like, fuck me, that's a mortgage.
That is, aye. Yeah, halls are about 600 odd a month.
It's ridiculous, eh?
Again, it's free to go uni up here, but if you do want to go in your own city, it's 650-ish quid a month. No for 12 months though, just for the term. Then they can go and get a flat, and then it'll cost you less than that, maybe 400.
Why don't we just get a flat to kick off with them?
Because I guess it's so that they wouldn't have anybody to share with to start with, right? Because they've not met anybody yet, because they all go at halls. So it's like that's where you go and do all your socialising and making pals and that. Because you tend not to go to uni with all your pals.
Aye.
Because you're going to do different things at different places. That's just where you do all that networking.
Fair dues, right?
And then you go, well, we should have a flat next year. That's how it works.
Charlie Mulgrew thinks he made that up.
Does he?
Says, would football be more entertaining if it was more like WWF, i.e. Newell could distract the referee while Porto hits Robbie Nielsen over the back of the head with a steel chair. Ref turns around none the wiser. John, you into the wrestling? Have you been into wrestling?
I was a long time ago.
Big Daddy and that, or like after that?
I saw. No, I do remember Big Daddy and that on the TV, but it was the American, the WWF/WWE,
Never been into that, like.
the Raw era. That was good. Stone Cold, Mankind, Undertaker. It's fucking brilliant.
I used to watch Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks and that. And when I've been to Butlins on holiday, I've watched it. It's no bad when you're there, but not into all that American stuff. Like.
I've always wondered, like, I don't think I'd ever go. Maybe if someone was to get me tickets, I'd get involved. But like, what's the wrestling like when you're actually there live? Because when you watch on the TV, like, there's a lot of like, I wouldn't say sound effects, but it's like it's the commentators. It's kind of like the football. Whereas actually, when you're watching the football up close, you get to hear all the sounds, the shouts, but it's actually a bit, I wouldn't say sanitized, but it's not quite the same. Whereas, like, I wonder, like, when you're watching the boxing on the TV, you just watch the action, you hear the commentators, you hear the crowd. But when you see the boxing up close, like, is the sound of gloves hitting faces a bit of an anticlimax?
No, it's good. Have you been to the boxing? Never been to the boxing? No,
Nah,
Never been either.
No, I went through a wee spell like on Malak Arthur was good. Well, I see when he was good, he got fucking flattened on his arse, minding the Gomez one.
Aye.
Because he tried to box him tried to fight him rather than box him, but that was fucking brilliant, that one. Like, that was vicious. The next one we went to, it was his comeback one, and he hit the boy once, and the boy just crumpled and went down, and we all went, is that? Well, he sat there all night watching all these other fights, on Arthur fight. It was some Ghanaian or something, he fought a big, tall, lanky guy. Fucking one punch, down. You're like, oh, fuck's sake. But, aye, no, it's quite, so that one wasn't that vicious, but the Gomez one was vicious, aye.
What sports or what aspects of other sports would you like to see brought into football?
I quite like the cricket. The cricket does the appeals. Like when they go, that was definitely fucking wrong, ref. You get 3, I don't know, tennis as well, you get the appeals.
Mm-hmm.
Quite like that.
What about the ice hockey fights? Kind of, you have the handbags at the football, and the referee's got to go in and send somebody off in that. But the ice hockey, the referees just like watch them for a bit, and then I'm not even sure they take action.
I think so. You know how in hockey, generally speaking, they've got like, I think they call them the enforcers, so it's boys that they just chuck on for the purpose of having a fight. But it's usually like kind of like to like protect the skillful players. And then if one of your skillful players is being targeted, you send on the enforcer and he goes and batters someone, maybe even gets involved into like an actual fight with them. In football, I don't think you're ever going to get like proper fisticuffs. So I think if there's ever like a bit of pushing and shoving and like, there's like players that are all going in, like grabbing each other and that, and the referee has to come in and sort it, should be right. The football club should have subs, like boys that are prepared to come on for the purpose of having a fight, because the fans are all riled up at that point. We're all looking for a fight, and then nothing happens. So send 2 boys on specifically to kick fuck at each other, but wearing respective club colours.
So you're saying no players then?
No players, just like, and it actually makes up like a new sort of transfer market where you sign
the best casual.
You're sending the best casual. Like Barry Wilkins could introduce them at Easter Road and that.
Aye, have folks searching for their addresses on Twitter.
Yeah, have the match the announcers fight each other. Get Barry Wilkins up against Scott Wilson at Tiny.
He's retired. Wilson's retired, eh? But I'm sure I read he had retired.
Is he? He did that with or the mascots as well. Ken Sunshine against somebody else. First to get the heat knocked off is a loser. Right, 97% Cheese asked, what would be the worst song to get a lap dance to? Proclaimers, 500 Miles, Dance With My Father, Luther Vandross, or the theme tune to Casualty? What do you reckon?
Theme tune to Casualty is pretty good.
Was that his suggestions?
That was his suggestions, yeah.
Just because I was talking about him earlier, I'm going to start proceedings by saying, James Blunt, you're beautiful.
Aye, that would be pretty. I don't know. It's pretty grim. Nobody likes that.
You couldn't dance to it.
Nah.
But
Did
does
it
that
dance?
not fit the purpose of the question? Like it's
Yeah,
slow,
it
you
does,
couldn't
yeah.
get any sort of rhythm, it'd be shite. It would just be an awful experience for everyone.
And like, you had a lap dance before?
Yes.
Colin has as well. He's just saying he doesn't want to
Oh,
say it.
I just assumed we all knew. Like,
was it an infamous lap dance, Colin?
no.
Because no, I didn't. I just assumed that he had. Like, I wasn't aware.
Colin's been remarkably coy about this lap dance. Like, what happened?
None.
None. None. Stop fucking talking about it.
The boy took his clothes off. It was over quickly for everybody. But they're awkward anyway, aren't they? Like, it's just the idea of a lap dance is better than a lap dance. They're just fucking awkward things. And if it's a shit song like James Blunt, it's going to add to that. You're just going to get this fucking over with. This is terrible. So I think you're on the right lines with that, John. What about the Benny Hill music?
Or let's get ready to rumble, Ant and Dec. DJ Duncan.
Oh, I'd like
to
see if that was the song. I'd like it to be someone that just wasn't really built to be the stereotypical stripper, like someone with like one leg or like massively overweight. Both. Or even like I don't know, like Scott Wilson coming in with a pair of boxing gloves.
I'd really be interested to hear folks' suggestions for that one. So you can tweet us or you can text in 80295. Tweet us because we'll actually see them if you tweet us for your suggestions. That's us out of time for that episode.
Also, if they could paint a picture or even like tell us who it is, like a song and a person, like a song and a stripper, who's going to be the stripper as well?
Does that start getting into creepy territory, John, if you were to start naming who you're going to get to lap dance for you?
Aye, but we've already acknowledged that lap dances are creepy, so I figured we were in no safe territory, but similar territory.
Creepy, isn't it?
Aye.
I wouldn't be that. Didn't name DM us.
Or at least
They put it public, right? I'm only joking. Right, thanks for listening. If you want to hear more, you can subscribe. Go our Twitter bio and click the wee link there. And there's still tickets available for the live show on the 28th of October. DM us on Twitter for information on that. Thanks very much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't drink